Alexa, play. Alexa, repeat the song. Valentine's Day, the holiday of love, ain't it? Walking out, walking through town, everybody's holding hands. It's a good time. If you're single, on the other hand, well, at least you got you and yourself. Welcome back to NASCAR Heat 3 for race 15 and 36. Today we'll be at the Sonoma Raceway for the Toyota Safe Mart R15. And we are falling to second in points, obviously due to Kevin Harvick's third win of the year. We would be, when the playoffs hit, we would be seated in second. Honestly, since we go off wins, pretty much everybody in the top 10 except for Clint Boyer, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, Eric Almirola, and Chase Elliott have wins. As we look around, trying to look at races. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's go race. Hello? Okay, hello then. All right, so track description is going to be a bit more long-winded here for qualifying. Sonoma Raceway, one of America's premier racing road courses and home of 3 road course stops on the Monster Energy circuit, 2 traditional road courses if you want to ignore the Charlotte Roval. Let's go ahead and qualify.
Time to go here.
Coming out of pit road, the first thing you see, you're going straight uphill. That is the very first thing you see. And the next thing you see is another uphill. You will be heeling and towing a lot in this race. This track, and coming out downhill, you go to what used to be part of the NASCAR layout, the chute. And oh yeah, time penalties are also a thing, which they've pretty much been a thing since Inside Line. It kind of sucks too, if you ask me. Oh my god! Thank God this is my warm-up lap. Hit the curb there. As we come down out of turn 10 and into the slowest point, which essentially is a 180. Driving back towards those hills over there. So once you're up to race speed, you're going to probably swing your car out a little wide before you immediately cram onto the brakes going up the hill into turn 2. Coming up out of turn 2 into this next hill, you're going to be doing the same exact thing. Getting down on the brakes and then immediately hitting it so you can have enough momentum coming off of the corner. Here, hit the brakes. A lot of people sometimes jump wide in the chute because of the runoff area. And then down into turn 7, you're going to be hitting on the brakes really hard. Not as hard as I did, but still. So here you want to come through the S's as you saw in my warm-up lap, do not hit the dirt unless you want to be on your side. And then you're going to be going on to the fastest part of the course. This part is very rhythmic. I just ruined it. Just like I ruined the section for everybody else. And we got 12th out of that. Somehow. So Truex and Bubba Wallace are on the pole for this one. We're going to be starting next to teammate Chase Elliott. Today's drivers of the race, we'll be watching Martin Truex Jr., who is the winner here in 2013. Already having some issues. Hopefully this doesn't spell how the race is going to be. Green flag into the air here at Sonoma. 2 laps in stage 1. We're going to do the NASCAR Thunder cheat and try swinging by everybody on the outside going uphill. We got 5 spots out of that. As we go back uphill again, Bubba Wallace, the first black guy in a Cup car in 50 years since Wendell Scott, is leading this thing. Imagine if he wins this race. As we make our way through the S's, tried to set up Truex coming out of that section into this wide sweeping corner, followed by turn 10. Well, we get him in 10, but the question is, will Truex set us up? Now into the fun part, the hairpin. And the car roll off the turn. As you notice, Savant is playing in the background. As we have hit the final lap here in stage number 1. A little iffy there. Right to the back bumper of the 43 of Bubba Wallace. The click and close Chevrolet. Maybe try to set him up here going into 4. Well, 4A technically. As they continue to make contact. Setting him up in 7. Kind of had an iffy go there. As Bubba Wallace almost gets a little squirrely. Leaning around. And around goes the 43. Into traffic, into the tires, and that's the stage. This is like the total Valentine's Day song. All right, here we go for the start of stage 2. Look at the damage on the 43 of Bubba Wallace. Will he try to prove that he's God? 3 wide here, uphill. Oh, this could get big. The physicality may grow here in the final stage. Could lead to possibly an upset winner. Bubba Wallace, after stuffing it in turn 10 in the last stage, somehow or another is leading this thing. Or still in second. And he goes around again. And that's another stage win. This will definitely help in the playoff push, that's for sure. The chase. Oh my God, look at the front two. Timmy Hill and David Gilliland are on the front row for this final stage. And if one of them wins it, they got to be in the top 30 in points, though. But if one of them wins this race, wow. 3 wide coming out of the S's between Truex and Busch as David Gilliland escapes the lead. You see Timmy Hill getting boxed around a little bit. David Gilliland spins around. Everybody scrambles. Caution. I wonder how banged up my car is. So the green flag is back in the air. 5 laps to go. Way wide here in turn 1. Truex still looking for his first win of the year. Pulling away from Byron, not by much. A little physicality there. And Truex spins, saves it. Gets ran into. And another car spun off into the chicane. And Bubba Wallace is right back in it. Two laps left in scheduled distance. See how we do. Can we make it to the white? I'm sure Truex would love it. As Byron goes wide, there's number 1 seed Harvick fighting for playoff supremacy. Between Harvick and Byron, this could be. It was super telling when those two were switching off back and forth and winning races. And how about Byron diving in on Truex and Harvick moving into the top spot? 3 wide in the S's. This could not end well. Here comes Kurt Busch. Harvick slides. Kurt Busch is into the dirt, almost into the IndyCar section. Truex is probably enjoying this. A bit too much. Kurt Busch spins around in the hairpin. No caution. Caution. Two to go in overtime. Leader makes it around to take the white, and there's a red. The race will end. Leader does not make it around. Well, we'll rack him up. We'll do him again. Truex gets a good move off 2. It'll be interesting to see how this restart goes. As so far, the top 5 sits as Truex, Byron, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Busch, and Kevin Harvick. On board the Exalted Chevrolet. With a bumper tag with Truex. You have a feeling this last lap things are going to be a little antsy? Oh, I know it. Byron into the dirt again. Back into traffic. And right. Oh. Well, I'm screwed. And we got a. By the way, Bubba Wallace spun around coming off the hairpin. Just as Truex was going to take the white flag, no less. Take two. Okay, that can go away now. So 2 laps to go. Byron tries to make it 3 wide on two Gibbs teammates. Contact. Busch goes wide. Almost. Comes back on. 3 wide for the race lead. This could be for the win here. Bubba Wallace gets a little squirrely. And there goes Busch. Another restart. Wow. 3 straight overtime attempts. We got to worry about fuel, possibly. In fact, the song's probably repeated half a dozen times. As Busch spins again at the top of the hill. And another caution. You think at this point NASCAR is just going to say screw it and just declare a winner? Okay, who makes it around in 1 lap? 2 to go. Now up the hill. Hill would go after restart of pretty much everybody banging into each other. And even that's been the theme of the entire race. Kurt Busch escapes out of it. Out of the hill with the lead. And here comes Byron all over that 41 car. Byron trying to look over the 41. Onto the curb. 4 laps left on fuel. 2 laps left in the race. I have a feeling this might come down to the last turn move. Kurt Busch trying to sling it around. So far it's 2 cars. And look at the back of this car, or the front. And Byron's linking out of the inside of 11. Kurt has the spot. Coming to the line, we'll reach the white flag finally. 1 more lap. Kurt Busch, he's won a couple road course races. He had won in the Busch Series, getting a little physical in 2006. What will this be? And there's Kurt getting a little squirrely. There's Byron letting him know he's there. William Byron getting a little physical with Kurt Busch. That's twice he spun around. They're still banging on each other. They got to watch out for Denny Hamlin possibly to try to steal this. Here we go. Down the hill, the rush to 10, and the move to 11. Byron closes up to Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch gets a better run. Here we go, side by side, into 11. They make contact. Busch goes wide. Byron side by side. They bang. Busch is into the wall. Here comes Hamlin. Caution is out. And William Byron wins it at Sonoma in a very physical race. I haven't done this in a while. As my car conveniently, magically. And with that, we'll run the Indy layout, because why not? Damn. What, I can't run faster than 30 miles an hour? Are you kidding me? The physicality of this race. Wow. Okay. There's our trophy, because we apparently can't show wine in an E10 rated game. We can't show wine, apparently. So there we go. Here you see the drivers of the race on the screen. Fastest lap. You led the most laps, surprisingly. 10 laps, even though half the race had like 6 fucking overtimes. David Gillen finished 23rd after starting 37th. And Joey Logano started 4th and finished 22nd. Alexa, stop.